Always I'm back. Welcome back to Main Believers. My name is William, and yes, it has been a while, and yes, I promised to make a video every week, and yes, that didn't help, but let me explain. When I first transitioned to YouTube, I had my only prior production experience had been on Instagram, and then on Instagram, I'd been making 3-minute clips 2 a week, and so when I switched over to YouTube, I was like, okay, I'll make 30-minute videos, and I'll do 1 a week, but obviously now that's not possible. With my school and the college classes I'm taking, I just can't adequately research these topics well enough in order to make a 30-minute video every week. So I've got a new tentative plan. But I'm not going to promise it's going to happen because we all know how that went last time. Every other month, there will be a topic that I will discuss on the channel. This month, the month of March, the topic will be morality. And we'll discuss more about that later in the video. And throughout the month, we will break the topic up into 6 or 7 different parts. That's not intentional, but it's kind of cool. 6, 7, yeah. All right. 6 or 7 different parts, and each part will be 10 minutes long. I had originally planned to do like an hour-and-a-half video, but nobody in their right mind who's in high school is going to watch an hour-and-a-half long video with me sitting here talking into a little mic in my parents' basement. Nobody's going to do that. That's stupid. But they may watch a 10-minute video. Everyone has 10 minutes to give up, especially if the topic's something they really want to learn about. So at the end of the month, we'll put all 6 or 7 videos into a playlist, and if you really want to learn about the topic, you can watch the playlist in its entirety. But if you just want a brief glance at a specific part of the topic, you can just watch one of the individual videos by itself. Now, the reason we're doing this is because I don't have time, and also because we are producing these videos for a primarily high school audience, or recently graduated from high school. These are not videos for people who are looking for deep philosophical dives on life's most pressing questions. I'm sorry, if you came here for that, that's not what this is going to be. Now, that does not mean that we are not going to research these topics to the best of our abilities. And that does not mean that everything in these videos will be true. I meant to say just because they're not hyper-philosophical dissertations on complex topics, that doesn't mean that they're not accurate and well-researched. It just means that we're not going to spend hours dissecting minute parts or minute angles or covering every specific way in which you could look at the topic in a 2-hour-long video. But that's defeating the purpose for which this channel was created, which is to reach high schoolers who are either Christian or have questions about Christianity with the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And we believe that. And we believe that he is the only way into an eternal relationship with God, who made this world and who loves us. And we want to try in our small way, no matter how small it is, to reach the world for Jesus. All of us on this channel have been changed by the power of Christ. And we want to share that power with all of you. And if you already know Jesus, we know that it can be hard sometimes to stand up for your faith and to stick it out when things get tough. And so we want to offer you, in some small way, this resource. Quick videos that answer the questions that we've had and we're pretty sure you guys have had. Questions like, if God is good, why is there suffering? Questions like, is the God of the Bible a genocidal monster? Questions like, do we really need God now that science has progressed to the point where we can send man to the moon? We're going to answer those questions and more, and that's why this channel is here. But it's not just here to give you intellectual tidbits. We also want to help you grow in your relationship with Christ. We're not perfect. We've messed up. We all struggle. We all forget to read our Bibles sometimes. And we want to help you with that part of your relationship with Christ too. The information is meant to point us to a relationship with God, the most important thing in the universe. The entire reason that all of us exist is to have a relationship with Jesus. And so we will also be creating a few videos each month that pertain to that aspect of the topic. I'm not sure how I'll integrate that into morality, but I'll figure it out. We'll somehow create a personal growth video or a personal relationship video that pertains to morality. So if you like this format, let me know. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. We're going to give it a shot. If it really doesn't work, then we'll try something different. But this is the best way we could come up with to keep these videos in small bite-sized format, but also adequately cover the topics that we want to discuss. Now, in March, we're discussing morality. And the first video in the series on morality will be dropped sometime next week. Probably mid to later end of the week. I've got family visiting, so I'll see what I can do. But the first part of the series on morality will be tackling the question of, is morality subjective? Subjective is a big word. Basically, is what we call right and wrong determined by the majority? Or is it just as small or minute or insignificant as your favorite color or your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is morality grounded in something objective? Does morality exist even if nobody believes it? Or does it only exist if people believe it? So we'll be discussing that aspect of morality, and I'll be introducing the topic. But before we launch into that first part, I just want to leave you guys with a quick question to think about while you wait for that video. Is murder wrong just because you believe it's wrong, or is murder wrong regardless of whether or not you believe it's wrong? Basically, do people have to believe that murder is wrong for it to be wrong, or is it wrong no matter what? We have to grapple with that question. Is there something outside of us that determines what's right and wrong? And I find this to be convincing proof for God, because if the answer is yes, then it's very hard to find any other source in which to objectively ground morality or what's right and wrong besides God. But we'll get to that later. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to this upcoming series, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.